the notorious Nacogdoches, Texas, where you have men sitting in jail up to 6 and 7 months, of sometime even longer, without ever having a court date. Where you have men sitting in jail where they're using bond as a weapon to force them into plea agreements. In jail where they're not receiving proper medical treatment, proper medical health care. In jail where if they put money on the books, their family members, if they put enough money on those books, they'll take that money and say, oh, it's for your health care, it's for your meals. It's almost like a 1930s Jim Crow style system that's existing here in Nacogdoches, Texas. Greetings, brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the People's Global News Network. Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the People's Global News Network. Here at the People's Global News Network, we bring you the stories that other networks and mainstream media outlets are afraid to bring to you. Here at the People's Global News Network, we didn't come to lighten up, we come to tighten up. And we expose corruption. We expose prosecutorial misconduct. We expose discriminatory practices. And we bring the facts to the viewers and let you decide what's the course of action and what justice looks like. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, as you faithfully always do, to the People's Global News Network. We're talking again about Nacogdoches, Texas. The notorious Nacogdoches, Texas, where you have men sitting in jail up to 6 and 7 months, of sometime even longer, without ever having a court date. Where you have men sitting in jail where they're using bond as a weapon to force them into plea agreements. In jail where they're not receiving proper medical treatment, proper medical health care. In jail where if they put money on the books, their family members, if they put enough money on those books, they'll take that money and say, oh, it's for your health care, it's for your meals. It's almost like a 1930s Jim Crow style system that's existing here in Nacogdoches, Texas, in the great state of Texas. My sister, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. Tell us your son's story, what's going on with him, and take us from the very top to now.
Yes, sir. He was sent to jail because of um, harassment, and they picked him up twice, let him go. The third time, they did not let him go. Then it would come from harassment to rape. And so they have been going back and forth to court with him and no answers. The young lady has never been to court, and I've been there every time. And so in this case, my son is just sitting there waiting to be bonded out. And when I did come up with the money to bond him out, then they says, no, he can't go because of the other two charges of harassment.
Now, it is my understanding that initially, from what we investigated,
Yes, sir.
he had the sexual assault charge on him. But the
Yes.
two harassment charges had not been filed yet.
No.
But the minute they learned that he was bonding out of jail, they immediately put two additional charges on him of harassment to keep him in jail so you could not bond him out. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
The young lady in this particular case, do you know this young lady?
Yes, sir.
Tell me about the victim in this case, the alleged victim.
Do I tell you her name?
No, don't mention her name, but tell us about what's happening and how this got started with her.
Well, my son came home one day and said that the young lady wanted him to get her something, drugs, and he didn't do it. And that's when all of this started. When she didn't get her money, all of this other stuff came up about the harassment. And after they didn't do anything about that, then she said he raped her.
So, in the very beginning, it is your understanding that this is someone that he knew,
Yes, sir.
that he had a relationship with,
Yes, they were friends.
and that he was purchasing drugs that he may have been using along with her, right?
Yes, sir.
And subsequently, something was wrong with that drug purchase
Yes, sir.
that she was dissatisfied and unhappy about.
Yes, sir.
And so then she reached out to the police and made an allegation of harassment.
Yes, sir.
And so when those two harassment charges were not prosecuted, she subsequently later, based on your understanding, subsequently later made a phone call to the detectives that he had raped her,
Yes, sir.
but there was no talk of a rape in the beginning.
No, sir.
Was there ever any DNA testing done in this case?
Yes, when we went to court last Tuesday on 2nd, that's when that happened. They done a DNA test on my son.
How long has your son been in jail?
Almost 2 years.
So what you're saying to me and to the public, the viewing audience, that your son has been in jail on an allegation of a sexual assault charge of a female with whom he had a friendship with,
Yes, sir.
and he's been there almost 2 years,
Yes, sir.
and they just now took a DNA test?
Yes, sir. When he came to court, but right before he came to court last Tuesday, I believe it was on the 2nd, that's when they did that.
And so now they're waiting on those results to come back.
Yes, sir.
And the minute you got ready to bond him out on this charge after literally 2 years,
Yes, sir.
then he bring two additional charges that were already complaints filed over 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
So these harassment charges were actually made by this female over 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
But they just now decided to charge him with these charges
Yes, sir.
at the same time that they decide to do a DNA test for the first time
Yes, sir.
in almost 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Wow. What has his legal representation been like? Lawyers, tell me about that.
He has a public appointed attorney. And he just got my son's bond lowered when we went to court.
Have you ever met with the attorney yourself?
Yes, sir, I have. I spoke with him, but he never really tells me anything.
Has he ever sat down with you in his office?
No.
Has he ever explained to you what his strategy is in defending or helping your son?
He told me the other day what he was trying to do was just going to wait and see if she made a mistake or messed up.
So after 2 years, the lawyer's telling you he has no real trial strategy. He has no strategic plan of action or plan of action that attacks what the state has against your son
No.
in 2 years. And so you're at the point now, the best advice he can give you of his plan of action is we're going to wait to see if the victim made a mistake in almost 2 years.
Yes, sir.
And they just now took a DNA test. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in a sexual assault allegation, took a DNA test in almost 2 years.
Yes, sir.
Tell me more about your son and about this case.
My son, he's a good person, but he's not the type of person who would do anything to a woman. He would not do that because he has lots of nieces and nephews, people that he loved and that he takes care of. And he was helping me, with my grandbabies, his nieces and nephews and things. Like I say, he was always there. Clothes, diapers, whatever they needed.
Had your son ever been accused of anything like this before in the past?
No, sir.
And how old is he?
42.
42-year-old man had never been accused in his life of anything like this.
No, sir.
What is your son saying to you, ma'am?
I haven't really even got to talk to my son. I haven't even never really got to talk to him since all this happened. I just asked the judge, could I give my son a hug? And he was like, no, ma'am, we can't let you do that. I said, I just want to tell my son that I love him. And I just want to hold him for a minute. No, ma'am, we can't let you do that. And it just broke my heart. Because my son, he's my second child. And that's all I have. All my boys. My men, I have 3 sons. And they don't bother nobody. They mind their business, and they try to take care of me and their nieces and nephews and stuff. They've been there for us. And it's just sad that my son's been locked up in that prison, in that jail for so long. He's been there too long.
Do you believe your son is guilty of these charges?
No, I do not. No, I do not.
What's the race of the alleged victim in this case?
She's white.
She's a white lady.
Yes.
And so your son is accused of raping a white woman in Nacogdoches, Texas.
Yes.
And the same Caucasian lady accused him of harassment years before.
Yes.
But this is someone he was getting high using drugs with.
Yes.
And the anger and resentment in this case, from your understanding, started with her being angry about a drug purchase
Yes, sir.
that she feels she may or may not have been cheated out of. Don't give up on your son.
Not.
Fight that all of the truth comes out.
Yes, sir.
Whatever that truth may be, good or bad, God is the author of facts and the author of truth.
Yes, sir.
And that's what we all want, truth.
That's all I
But
ever want.
to manipulate defendants' lives in a system of criminal justice where you're not even letting them go to court properly. You're holding them for months and months and months without truly giving them due process. It is inexcusable for a young man or a gentleman, period, any defendant to be in jail on a charge of this nature, and you wait 2 years to do a DNA test. Disgraceful. This man deserves due process. He deserves fairness. The victim deserves due process and fairness. But at the end of the day, let all the facts come out. And do you know, when the rape allegation was made against your son, did detectives ever question him about it?
Not as I know of. They just,
So you believe that she made the allegation of rape and he was just picked up and arrested without being interviewed and given his side of the story?
yes.
Wow. I'm so sorry to hear that. Please tell us your son's name again, ma'am.
My son's name is Kiwi Orlando Barnes. He is my second child. I just don't get it. I just don't understand how they can do it. Just do what they want to do.
And your son will be in court again this week.
He will be in court tomorrow.
Thank you so much. We greatly appreciate your presence and your time. Thank you for telling your story. This is only the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. We will bring you an update to this case and to this story as it progresses through the courts, hopefully a lot faster than what it's been doing now.
Yes,
Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And we thank you for your time. And continue watching the People's Global News Network. Thank you.